Since Ranger Gourd was only on set for the one day, we made a special effort to get to him after his scenes were done and before he'd left for the day. How did you think it went?
It was fine. Red was a little stilted. But it was fine. It was fine.
So, what's next for you?
What's next for me? Well, I mean, you know, I came in for my one day of work, and of course now that one day is over. You know, one day is not a long time down here. It's a whole different thing up at the fire tower. Whole day. And then a night. Oh boy.
Most of us can't imagine what that must be like.
Well, you're welcome to come up and visit any time. You know, I mean, I'll tell you what, I've got an extra large cot up there. It's huge, and I keep it absolutely dry. I'm fanatical about keeping it dry. Why don't you come up with me right now and have a sleepover?
No.
No, you don't have to answer it. Don't answer right now. I don't need an answer right now. Take your time. Think it over. Wait.
There are always surprises on a movie shoot. Actors that you expect to be good are often disappointing. And occasionally you get just the opposite. I've been watching your performance throughout the movie, and you seem very comfortable as an actor.
Oh, thank you. I think it's all probably due to my background. You see, people tended not to believe what I was saying, so I had to learn to be extra convincing.
Do you mean as an adult, or does it go farther back than that?
Oh, no, it goes way back. I could never get my mom or any of my dads to believe what I was saying when I was trying to explain why I wasn't in school, or why I was wearing that fake mustache, or where I got that new stereo. And it was the same with my teachers, and then the police, and then the judges, and then my parole officers, and eventually the police and the judges again.
So you've had no formal training to be an actor, no method acting classes?
Not really. I did share a cell with a guy who liked musicals. That was about my only acting experience.
It's amazing you seem to have no trouble finding motivation in a scene.
Oh, motivation is easy. It's all about staying out of the slammer.
But you haven't done anything during the shooting of this movie that would get you arrested.
Well, let's just wait and see how the rap party goes.
In the interests of accountability, we asked our PBS visitors, if this movie turns out to be a total stinker, will you share some of the responsibility for that?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I'll let everyone know just how much I was paid for it so that they could understand why.
Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Sure, why not?
Oh, definitely. 100%.
I'm sure we will.
I'll take the full blame.
Sure, blame it on me. My wife does anyways.
I've been known to be kind of a stinker myself.
Sure, we're all in this together.
Yes, I will.
Sure, why not?
No.
No, it wasn't me.
Well, that's not the way it's done.
I'll probably be blamed for most of it.
No.
No?
None whatsoever.
No.
We go where we're supposed to, we nod our head when we're supposed to.
Well, that's not my fault. I didn't write it.
Red, green, who?
I'll take all the blame, as long as there's a sequel.
Of course, now when you have a village, you need something to power it. And I'm talking about something to run your lights and your stoves or your microwaves, if you have microwaves at all. And this is the unit right here. I'm not talking about the whole truck. The rest of this is all residences for all the supporting actors in the movie. I'm just talking about this section right here. This is a humongoid electrical generator. I believe it runs on diesel fuel or whatever they find at the side of the road. It's very, very powerful. If you look up in here, you'll see these are all the gauges. And these gauges, what they tell the person is, number one, if it's working, and also if it's generating electricity, and if there's oil in it, and how many hours it's run, and if it hurts. Well, we all know electricity hurts, so we don't really need that gauge. This is actually a 600 amp, 3-phase generator. That's enough power that would weld a German Shepherd to a black walnut, I would think. But it's a beautiful thing, and these are all the connectors. Everything's made. Don't ever touch these. I'm not going to touch these at all, but these are all highly technical. This is all hooked up in there, and that runs all of our big, expensive movie lights, and as I say, all our stereos and our various the nose hair razor rechargers. Everything is run off of this particular unit, and it's amazing that there are 100 people here. Everybody has their own residence and their own microwave, as you know, and they're all run off this one little. Well, actually, I think we have about 20 of these.
But it's a real
By this point, we were coming to the end of the movie shoot, and we had a chance to catch up to Harold. We managed to capture some of his thoughts on the whole movie experience and where do we go from here. The answers were very revealing. Now that you're pretty well wrapped, have you given any thought to a sequel?
Sequel? Oh, no. No. Well, actually, yes, we could probably do one. Yeah, we just have to sit down and put our minds to it. Yeah. You know, I see myself like in maybe an action-adventure movie, you know, where I save the world from nuclear annihilation or something like that, maybe.
And what would your uncle's role be in that?
Yes. Well, maybe in the background as like financier. You know, someone who like wears his suit and he just signs the checks but he keeps out of the way. Someone like that.
So you don't see him as a partner in the movie?
I'd love it if he'd be interested, you know, but I think he's just more comfortable with his feet up at the lodge, you know, just let me pair up with Cameron Diaz.
You've spoken to Cameron Diaz?
No. I just used her, you know, as an example. You know, I'd also work with Claudia Schiffer.
Do you think you could afford a famous actress like that?
Well, you know, I'd be willing to give you all my fees and my per diems, you know, and every penny I ever make in the future is yours. Just say yes. Just say yes. Think of saving the world from nuclear annihilation with me. Woo, please.
Now that we're more than halfway through filming, what has impressed you the most about L'Art du Cinéma?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You never break character, do you?
No.
Even if it means pretending you're ignorant?
Especially then.
And that, in turn, puts the onus back on the interviewer or the public to make the adjustment rather than forcing you to change.
I still don't know what you're saying, but I'm starting to like the sound of it.
I'm asking, what has impressed you most about the making of the film?
Oh, that'd be the amount of duct tape they go through. It's unbelievable. No wonder movies cost them. Of course, they call it gaffer tape, but it's the same darn thing. You know, see in the credits, the guy says gaffer, gaffer. You know what he does? He gets all the duct tape.
Well, I've always wondered what the best boy does.
The best boy? I believe he gets the leading man, puts him together with the leading lady. Kind of like a best man, only younger.
Is that true?
Well, it's certainly possible, and that's good enough for me.
Oh, man. If you like comedy, you like fun, you best see this movie, otherwise you miss a big deal here.
I think it gives all of us a chance to come from our hearts.
It's a funny, hilarious film. I loved every minute of it.
It gives us a chance to let go of the daily stress that we're under and recall some of the memories that we can't recreate.
This is the best thing that's ever happened on planet Earth.
There we go.
It's a big part of my life. That's a part of me, and I think that's something that exists in everybody.
Earth and civilization as we know it will never be the same.
It's added enjoyment and happiness to my life, and that was brought to me through Channel 1036.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a good movie.
It's great humor. You need to go see it.
Watch the movie. It's great. You won't believe it.
By golly, all you have to do is just give a smile, say hello to somebody you don't know, open the door, watch the Red Green show.
Red Green, he's a good hero for today's youth. There aren't many out there.
You should go see this movie because it's adults having fun.
It's got to touch people. You can't help but miss touching people.
For most of these men from Possum Lodge, being in a movie is a tremendous departure from their normal daily activities. We asked two of them, Winston Rothschild and Ed Frid, to give us some insight as to their perception of how the movie production industry differed from animal control on one hand and sewage sucking on the other.
You know, I would say that being an actor in a movie is a lot more different than being an animal control officer.
Yeah, same with sewage. I mean, there are some similarities, but for the most part, it's a different bailiwick.
You don't get scratched or bitten, and you don't have to hide your scent, eh?
And you don't have to wash your hands with peroxide.
Yeah, making movies is much easier work, really. But you got to be ready to go when they call you, just like animal control.
Same as sewage. Oh yeah, when you get the call in sewage, you better grab your hose and hit the ground running.
Yeah. But they pay a lot more attention to the way things look in movies. Appearances and illusions are a big part of the creative process. And in animal control, we don't care how it looks. You just get in there, get the job done as quickly as possible, stop the bleeding, and move on to the next job.
Yeah, it drives me crazy when people pay no attention to appearance. I see septics day in and day out, and for the most part, they're fairly unattractive.
You know, I mean, it wouldn't kill somebody to throw some shrubs or flower beds around there. And you could plant anything, it's gonna grow. Sure make my life a lot easier, you know, and it would give me something to focus on, you know, because I'll tell you what, when I'm doing a pump out at full vacuum, I look away, I could lose a foot.
Ooh, I got a flush.
Yeah, who doesn't?
It's a relationship, it's a family, and everything is important for continuance of whatever it is that you're involved in.
Now this is a special unit that we're using in our movies, and I believe they use in all of the really high-end movies. It's a camera car, but it's a funny name. It's not a car at all, it's a truck. And inside there's a driver up there, obviously. And inside here there's one of those generators that I had mentioned at a different time, and that generates the power for the whole unit here. There's a bench here, so where the director sits and the producer sits, and they can watch, see that there's a monitor up there. They can actually see what the cameras are shooting. And these are all the ballasts for the lights, because they're all special lights here. And a lot of times they'll set the camera up here, or what happens is the truck pulls the trailer, see? Instead of you having to actually drive your vehicle, like I don't actually have to drive the Possum van all that much in the movie, because they put it on this trailer. And they put all these lights here and everything, and then Harold and I and Dalton or whoever gets inside there, and then they just pull us along. And if we have to turn, I turn the wheel. It's just acting, you know. And I find I'm a bit of a natural at it. And then they just pull it around with the camera car. This thing's called a camera car, and whenever you see one of those fancy movies where, if you ever see Sly Stallone driving, there's no chance in heck that Sly Stallone could drive a vehicle. I think we all know that. And you know he's on one of these units here. And I'll tell you something, for you guys at home who have trailers and so on, this whole thing actually telescope when they're done with it, because it's too wide for the road. It actually telescopes in, gets narrower, gets a regular size, and they can take it on the road. They can raise it up, lower it down, open it up, turn around, twist and shout. It's a heck of a rig.
I'd like to see a sequel, because this is an ongoing life process, and it evolves, and there's no end to it.
Not everybody, it's a picture round.
I'm a Possum Lodge member for years, and I even had to say anything about it. But you know, the nice thing about it is when I walk into a restaurant, the one that I go to all the time, meet with all the guys and everything, that's all they see is Red Green Jr. or here comes Floyd. I'm the life of the party, whether I'm on my bicycle, at home. My bicycle, I got a flat tire, I duct taped it. Pump it up 2 days, runs good. My brakes are going on my bike, I got that duct tape too. I got my seat duct tape because I don't like to get wet on it when it rains.